You clicked on this video because you want to get a STU Pro. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to reach this, subscribe, and enjoy. So I'm going to give you a full STU guide. STU is the best in solo showdown in my opinion. Before you click away because you're a 3 versus 3 player, everything I cover applies to 3 versus 3 as well. The reason he is best in solo showdown is because he can move very fast through the map. Thanks to his super, he is very good in 1 versus 1 situations, and these often occur in solo showdown. He is also very good against tanks, and these are played a lot in team showdown, and he can also escape quickly because of his super. However, STU also has weaknesses. He does not have a lot of health. You cannot open boxes very fast, and you are often contested. Against long-distance brawlers, you cannot do much if you cannot dodge well. And this makes me go straight to the next part, and that is his best maps. STU is not good against long-range brawlers, but he is against tanks. This means that you do not want to play STU on long-range maps, but on close and mid-range maps. You can actually push him on any map that has some walls and not too many bushes. Think, for example, of Rock Wall Brawl, Double Trouble, and Flying Fantasies. Last of the basics about his best build. This is the build I recommend if you're going to push STU. Sometimes I see disagreement about which star power is better, but I chose his heal star power because it allows you to go through the map faster, and in combination with his hypercharge, it is also much better. Now come the somewhat advanced mechanics that I'm going to explain to you. The first is double dash. As a STU, you can dash twice in a row in a way. In the gameplay you often see me do it. I will explain how to do this. If you have your super and then hit someone, before the bullet arrives you want to use your super quickly. When the bullet arrives you immediately have your super again, and you can use 2 in a row, if it is unclear. Pay close attention in the gameplay how I do it. Another mechanic is surprising people with your super. So pretend, for example, that you don't see someone or that you are walking the other way and then you suddenly do a double dash towards them. This way you can easily kill them. The next mechanic is not very difficult, but very good. Make good use of your gadget. With your gadget you can surprise your opponents, but especially kill them. They don't see it coming, and because of your gadget, nobody can hide or get away when they are low. Now I will continue with common mistakes and how to avoid them. Many people play too aggressive as a STU, solo showdown. There are many campers or brawlers as a kit, so what is important when you push someone is that you take this into account. Many people don't do this, and after their kill they are then finished by a random brawler who happens to be there. Furthermore, many people use their dash wrong. Do it the way I do it in the video and try to copy my playstyle. Now I will explain the entire game strategy. Beginning, middle, and end game. In the beginning of the game, you want to go for cubes, and as soon as possible your super, hit a brawler one time and then go for cubes. You then have your super, and can therefore not be surprised or killed quickly in the beginning of the game. Keep moving and check the bush as well, especially in the beginning of the game. The goal of STU in the mid-game is positioning and getting kills. Stay on the edge of the map and attack fighting enemies. Third partying. Use your dash wisely to escape quickly if you get into trouble. Avoid direct fights with long-range brawlers and brawlers as a kit. In the endgame, your goal is survive the last opponents and win the 1 versus 1. Keep moving and use walls wisely for cover. Dodge attacks with your dash to minimize damage. Wait for the right moment to attack, especially if the last opponent has low HP from another fight. Use your dash a lot in the endgame. You heal and you can easily hit opponents because they are close. We have arrived at the conclusion and extra tips. Play aggressively but smartly. STU is an outplay brawler. Use his mobility. Learn the matchups. Know who you can fight and who you better avoid. Keep practicing the double super mechanic. This is the difference between a good and a bad STU player. For now, I'm done explaining this because I want you to take a good look at the gameplay. Make sure you understand why I go somewhere or why I do something. Try to pay close attention so you can copy my playstyle and also push STU to say 1,500 trophies. If you follow all my steps well and practice with STU, you will succeed too.